I'm having a slightly more anxious day today, so I'm not going to be chatting as much right now. I'm going to dive into some cleaning, and I'll catch up with you later. I am just gonna try to shift my mindset to be proud of myself for even attempting to do something. I did a little bit of decluttering. I dusted a little bit. I still have a lot more to do in my living room that I will do another day, especially because I gotta vacuum and sweep and do some other stuff in there. It's May, which means it is the first day of Mental Health Awareness Month. And you know what? I might as well talk about and be open about the mental health with me and the cleaning and getting things done in my home. I wish I could be like other people so badly that can have this giant list of things that they have to do in their home, and they just like dive in and they just get it done like it's nothing, or like they keep up with it regularly. I have periods where it's really easy for me. I would say in my last vlog that would have been a great example where it like kicked into overdrive for me, and I was like, let's get the kitchen done, let's get my office done, let's like just tackle it, and then I have days like today where it just completely weighs on me how much I have to do in my home and catch up on, and then I'm in freeze mode. And that was my day today, all afternoon, when I had time to actually like get some cleaning done. I basically just froze and had a breakdown about how much I had to do. Not even just in that room, just about my whole house in general. I do my best to find the techniques in it and try to take bite-sized chunks, and I try to get myself in these pulled out of it, but sometimes it's just too much. And then I have to worry about striking a good balance, right? Where it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna let myself rest today, because clearly whatever's going on, my mind can't handle it and I need to chill out. But then it's also like, okay, but you've already been kind of doing that, which is why you're in this situation in the first place. So get yourself pulled out of it. I'm trying to find small ways that pulls me out of it, and it is really hard for me some days, and today was that day. And that's sort of why I decided to just start small. I just did some very light dusting. I didn't dust everywhere. I did some very light decluttering. I really do wish that stuff like this wasn't so hard for me sometimes. That's not really fun for me, because I should be nicer to myself Just like I would say to any of my friends or any of my family that was beating themselves up about this, right? It's like, you gotta be nice to yourself. You gotta be understanding that your brain works a little bit differently. Just have a hard time extending that to myself some days. I'm gonna try to not get too emo and down in the dumps on it. If you are like me and you struggle with these things, like, you are not alone. I very, very much do, and I know other people do too. But we got this, and we are gonna find small ways to keep our little selves held together. Feeling a lot better today, a little more motivated. I have a few hours before I do a movie night in my Discord. I'm thinking of watching Rush Hour this evening. I think it's gonna be fun. I haven't seen it in forever. There's a part of me that really just doesn't want to clean today, even if I am feeling more motivated. But I am trying to convince myself to do it by treating myself to a day of crafting on Monday. I have so many cute little project updates that I'd love to share with you guys. One not such a fun update because it's about my sweater, but we'll get there. Let's get our headphones back in and let's get motivated. So it is actually pretty late on a Monday evening because while I told myself that if I cleaned all of my living room that I would treat myself to an afternoon of knitting, that did not happen. Kind of what I was dealing with before, where I just said like I was getting overwhelmed and I just had trouble focusing. Was definitely still dealing with that a little bit today, but I sort of feel like today might have been a little bit more because of like a low dopamine situation, or at the very least it sort of felt like no task that I was completing or doing was like giving me a good dopamine rush. I don't even know if rush is like the right word, but it just like it wasn't giving me the dopamine hit that I really needed to kind of like get stuff done today. And you know, thankfully I still made my way through all of my checklists. I did all of my admin work and all of the things that I needed to do to just like figure out life stuff this week. But it was still just like, it literally took me like all day. Like it was awful. It was not very fun. Thank you guys again so much for hanging out with me again while I did some spring cleaning. Honestly, in a way, even though it was a struggle for me, I'm kind of glad that I had this vlog to help keep me accountable because I really needed it. I do think maybe I may have pushed through a little bit of that, like low dopamine points. I mean, maybe a little bit too much, cause God, am I really feeling it today and yesterday? I could really feel it. And you know what's funny is a lot of you guys are probably gonna watch this vlog and just be like, you didn't even do all that much. Why would that take it all out of you? And honestly, and I don't really mean take it all out of me physically. I mean it took it all out of me mentally. And if you were someone that has struggled in that way, you definitely understand where I'm coming from. And I hope that you find a way to give yourself some grace, to give yourself some forgiveness. I think, at least in terms of this week, my vlog is going to be a little bit more relaxed, and I think it's going to be a little bit more crafting and talking focused, because I think I would really like to give myself a little bit of a treat, and I think I need some time to kind of rest and recover a little bit between, you know, anything else I have to do in life while wanting to upkeep these vlogs. But thank you for joining me on the ride anyway, because I do hope that it provided you a sense of comfort, a place for you to also try and get stuff done, or even just being able to see someone who is struggling in the same ways that you might be struggling. All right, y'all, I will see you in next week's vlog. Just remember, be kind to yourself, have patience for yourself, and we're gonna see you soon. Bye.